peace. Peace. What's up, Kevin B? Kevin B. It's gonna be a good one. We just got off the phone, um, conjuring some stuff up. We're gonna talk about administrator versus the administrative. They the same shit, ain't nothing different. We're gonna break that shit down. Wait for some more people to come up in here, man, because I did this one short notice. You know what I mean? Because I'm not no YouTuber. I am not a YouTuber. I was always something in life instead of no YouTuber. And some of these YouTubers think they celebrities and shit. What is so funny to me. You got some niggas want to be celebrities, but you can't do nothing. You can't really do nothing when you're a celebrity. Somebody got their finger in your ass. Now you control. You don't control your own destiny. Over here at Sham Stoppers, we control our own destiny. Ain't no monetization. Ain't no cash out. Ain't no super chat. Ain't none of that. This is straight off of legal research and straight off the dome. This podcast should be full, man. We got one person here, Kevin B. But you know, too, Kevin B, you know a lot. You know YouTube, what they done to a nigga, so. I can't even find people live. Oh, there we go. Sham Stoppers, ho, yeah, what's up, Mr. Blue? Yeah, that's our Thundercat years. Before we go to school in the morning, eat my last bowl of cereal. Or sometimes I used to go to school in the morning and get free lunch. And we didn't even have free lunch. My mama didn't even have us on free lunch. I used to run there and say, free, free. And a woman caught me one time for lying. So ugly old bitch. Bitch, you could have let me eat. Funky asshole. Well, if you listening even in heaven or hell, fuck you. Bitch, you could have let me eat free. I was going there to get into institutionalized. School food should be fucking free. They make 30 grand off of children. They make all this money off of children. Yes, sir. Yeah, we finna go. We finna go. We finna get on this shit. Administrator and administrative. 2 more seconds. Shout out to everybody, man. What's up? Just simple. Shout out to everybody, man. Thank y'all for stopping by. This is Sham Stoppers. Ho, we run this shit and we ain't giving it back, you know. And we have allegiance to this country. You know what I mean? To the flag. Hey man, I like that. We're gonna talk about that too. The BS, the fundraisers, and all that double dipping ass motherfuckers. Yes, sir, Kevin B. Well, let me read y'all the definition, and I'm gonna break. We're gonna read what it's in this child support book. This book is still valuable, misters. This book is still valuable. You can still use it. It still works today on the screen. It's their shit. I didn't write it. They wrote this bullshit. Right? Now let me read y'all the definition of administrative. Okay. Well, let me start off with administrator. The definition of administrator is a manager, the plant manager, supervisor, director, custodian, head officer, official, chief executive. Y'all get the point, right? And let me mind you, if you have virgin ears, for all future people that come on here late and listen, if you got virgin ears, you're going to get your cherry popped over here. And if you don't like that I cuss or whatever, just don't come. Go find a dumb channel and talk about trust and all this and assist, talk about the what the fuck people doing, authenticating the birth certificate and all that old stupid dumb shit. We ain't finna do all that. We know how to say no over here. We know we get our yays be yays and our nays be nays. And that's all we're gonna do. Right? So administrative. Okay. Administrative is executive that pertains to carrying out of something else, a statute, administrative duties, regulatory, managerial, managing, supervising, ministerial, routine, administrative, right? So when you go to administrative court, which is child support court, Title 4D, they're trying to manage you, right? But guess what? Who hired her on that application to do the managing? Your baby mama. So she hired them to do administrative work and to be her administrator for those children because your baby mama is dead in the brain. She's a dead brain asshole, right? Your baby mamas ain't nothing but dead brain assholes. Wasil, you on badmouth the baby mama? Yeah, you fucking idiot. Because she sent niggas with guns to your house to make you punk you and shit. You fucking fool. It's the bitch, the bitch, the bitch. It's the bitch. It's the bitch that's the problem in your life. It's the bitch that's the thorn in your ass. It's the bitch that's the hangnail on your finger. It's the bitch is the ingrown hair on your beard. It's the bitch is that old crazy little pimple that want to go away. It's that bitch. She is the paper cut on your fucking finger. Real talk. Let me get to reading this shit. We're gonna go to the constitutionality. We're gonna go to page 41. Page 41. 41. Let's go to page 41, class. We having class today. This some real learning, real shit. Administrator ain't nothing but the manager. You ain't hired a bitch. You ain't hired them funky ass strangers. None of that. And oh yeah, I was supposed to do a live hearing today. They cut the shit off. Cause I guess they seen me finna go live on it. And they heard me cut the shit off. Hold on, fellas. Hold on. This how it is right here, fellas. Hold on, wait a minute. Fraternity establishment. I even got people that called and said that they just got child support. Somebody filed on them. They ain't go through none of these steps. Paternity, intake, locate, support order, collections, enforcement. So if you don't pay this whole's alleged debt, that's why they put enforce in front of it, but because they can't force you to do anything. So they her manager. They her pimp. The agency is your baby mama's pimp and enforcers. Hold on a second. Let me go to here we go. There we go. The administrative process. Y'all follow me? Y'all follow me? The administrative process. All state legislators have the authority to set up executive agencies or boards to resolve disputes and claims. Now, we're gonna go back to the basics. For everybody who be confused, who's scary, I had a nigga comment to my, you don't show the video I see of fathers fighting and doing something about it. No, because they ain't gonna show that, you idiot. You fucking buffoon. You fucking incel. They not gonna show that because everybody start really bucking the system, right? Bucking their little system. This ain't the system. It's their little bitty hoe hustling system. Child support is hoe hustling. Child pornography, all that shit. These agencies are governed by administrative law, the branch of public law that deals with the limits placed on the powers of actions of administrative agencies. In addition, states shall have the capacity to devise and implement procedures for operating these agencies or boards. These procedures, which vary from state to state and from agency to agency, constitute administrative process. Now, let me ask y'all something. I just got off the phone with Kevin B and another brother. Now, y'all ready for this? You know who is over the every state's attorney general? You know who's over every state attorney general? What's her name? Pam Bundy and one more person. You know who that other person is that they don't like to talk about? RFK. He is over the Human and Health Services. He is in the capital of Washington, D.C. He controls all the human health services motherfuckers. Right? And guess what? We're going to read. We're going to break this shit down. It says the statute granting authority to administrative agency. The statute must authorize the agency to make determinations. Contested cases must provide some manner of enforcement of these terms. It didn't say the Supreme. It didn't say the Constitution. It said the statute. A statute is not more powerful than the Constitution, right? Statutes applies to when you do crimes, when you harm somebody, right? So how did you harm this bitch of yours that you had kids by? What's the dispute? Okay. What's her claim? Well, a lot of these bitches say you left her, you abandoned the children, right? You went upside her funky naughty head, nose, and eyes, right? Which we all the most 85% of that are lies. Well, now I take that back. 90% of that are lies. The other 10% of you got some of these niggas, very few. I'm talking about a pinhole few of niggas that do some dumb shit. Okay, we're gonna go to the constitutionality. Here we go, fellas. You see it said constitutionality? You like that? Yes. We're gonna go to constitutionality. Let me blow it up some. I know y'all said, damn, why still blow that shit up, nigga? Alright, hold on, I'm gonna blow it up. Let me blow it up some more. Yeah. Let me see. Can y'all see that a little bit better? Yeah, that's better, ain't it? Placing traditional judicial functions in an executive agency raises some question. And the question most often heard is, are administrative determinations of child support obligations constitutional? Those who ask the question generally are expressing two major areas of concern. I'm past these two areas of concern. We're on a whole new level, nigga. May the legislator delegate this traditional judicial area to the executive branch of government. It didn't say judicial branch, now did it, fellas? So what it entails all this shit when we learn few back podcasts back, they need you to do what in these hearings? They need you to comply. You see how I broke that down? Administrative means to what? Go get a manager. Let somebody do it. Your bitch ass baby mama went for help to go get these people to put on your ass. Right? And now they are the administrator of her and your children. And they didn't even come ask you. That's what you can sue these people as well for. You didn't give them permission or authorization to do any of this, to take your social security number. That's a felony. Especially if you're not married. And if you are married, the bitch ain't supposed to be doing none of this stuff. But here they go with the bullshit talking about she got equal rights as the husband. All right, then, if you got the equal rights with me, when we separate, bitch, take care of yourself. Well, it don't work like that. You get one, you lying in. Lying motherfuckers. Let me go down. Y'all, man, people, I don't know when people going, but hey, I guess they not. Fuck it. People ain't gonna smarten up. They gonna stay stupid and dumb, I guess. Hold on. The first question is one of state constitutional law. The answer depends on the authority of the state's constitution gives the state to the state legislature. Generally, state legislators have a broad authority to determine the rights and responsibilities of their citizens and to establish processes for enforcing those rights and responsibilities. Okay, let me ask y'all something. You got an American citizen, you got a United States citizen, and you got a state citizen, right? Which one are you? I'm an American. That's all I'm gonna say. I rock with the American jurisprudence. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna rock with that. The ones that has not been changed and edited to fit somebody's narrative and line their motherfucking pockets. How about that? Yeah. Certainly, if a state has a workers' compensation statute, there is a precedence for placing previously judicial functions. So they just function as an agency. They're not a real judicial, they're not even part of the judicial branch of government because they just playing a role in the kangaroo court. They all acting because they what? They got the hearing officers. Every little person they call a magistrate or judge, they're a hearing officer, aka lawyer. Ain't that right, Kevin B? We just talked about that. Many state Supreme Courts have had the opportunity to consider whether delegating authority to resolve workers' compensation claims to an administrative agency violates the state constitution. Such delegations have not been held to violate the state constitutional restrictions. So check this out. They want to use the workers' compensation, right, as an example. Why they didn't use any of the child support proceedings as an example? Here come the fraud, right? The second question raises a more fundamental federal and state constitutional problem. The 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution provides that a person shall not be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. And what do child support do? They do that, right? The United States Supreme Court has established some very important criteria for due process. These fall into three general areas: the right of a notice, right to a hearing, right to judicial review or administrative action. Who do you like that? Your driver's license. Who else do you like that? The passport. Who else do you like that? The barber license, the nursing license. Any licensed agency that that joins in partnership with child support is fraud. That's a conspiracy against your fucking rights. Am I saying something? Huh? Am I saying something? That is a conspiracy against rights, right? Because it says it right here in the 14th Amendment. You got the right to fuck. You got the right to get sucked. You got the freedom to drive. You got the freedom of your property. Fuck all that right to travel and all that bullshit. No shit, Sherlock. We all have a right to travel. You got a right to have your property, which is your car, your automobile, or vehicle. But these bastards they put liens on certain words as vehicle. They put a lien on that word vehicle. Okay? Notice they really don't say automobile like they used to. They changed it to line they fucking pocket. Right? So you have a right to travel in your automobile, not just vehicle, but your automobile. Your vehicle could be your fucking shoes, nigga. Y'all gotta catch this bullshit. Am I saying something? Huh? You see how I changed it? They changed the words and shit. Every agency is supposed to go by this right here. If they don't, they just violating your 14th Amendment. Right? This is easy work, fellas. This shit is easy fucking work. But if they know that you don't know this shit, then you're easy work for them. You're what you call a soft target. Okay? You're what you call an imbecile, a dumbass. You don't care about your right. You care about your baby mama. Right? And we gonna take care of them kids though. Man, shut the fuck up. You should know you gonna take care of your children. You ain't gotta announce that shit. Nigga talking about this ain't a get out of free drill card, but we gonna take care of them kids though. Now that bitch gonna take care of them kids, nigga. You gonna go out and handle business, go get some money. Fuck all that shit. You trying to have titties too and a pussy in the dress. You got niggas out here wanna be the bitch instead of check the bitch. Real talk, man. You got niggas out here, man. Look, a person has a right to be notified of any action being taken that concerns his or her liberty or property. The child support administrative processes require the executive agency to notify the responsible parent, which is us, fellas. We are the responsible parent because we don't go down there and beg for help and try to use this bullshit begging mechanism as a weapon. They use this begging process as a weapon, right? And most niggas don't read and check out shit. They just go with the flow, right? or the amount of being claimed. You see that? The responsible parent of the amount being claimed and the procedure for contesting the claim. So, like we said once before, they say you owe arrears of $102,000. Bitch, how and where? Where's the check that you gave me? Now, when you tell them that, fellas, the burden of proof lies on them now. But you have to put it in writing. And they can't ignore it. You better pray that they ignore it, because when they ignore it, you have a nice lawsuit. It's a nice 1983 in the state. You can bust their ass in the 1983 claim in the state, fellas. In the state. In the state. A 1983 in the state. They depriving you of fatherhood. They depriving you of peace, life, liberty, and the pursuit of fucking happiness. Put a 1983 on their ass in the state. And I guarantee you will win. But you got to write what you saying, what happens. And if you don't know how to do that, that's what Sham Stoppers is for. Right? Most people can't write a claim and can't tell me what happened to them in a 1, 2, 3, 6, 4, 5, 6 sentences or 3 or 4 paragraphs. They said you owe this shit. When, where, why, and how did you come up with this bullshit? Sue the bitch and sue the agency. You can put 2 claims on them at once. 1983 and the conspiracy against rights. You are the injured party. You are the aggrieved party. Not them. They are the beggars. And then you can get the state for fraud because they making grants, turning grants into loans. These statutes further require that the executive agency serve the notice in a manner reasonably calculated to give the responsible parent actual notice. The courts have also specified the type of quality of a hearing necessary before a person is deprived of property. The hearing must be fair and impartial, and the person entitled to the hearing must have reasonable opportunity to present evidence through documents or witnesses, confront the opposing party, and refute any evidence. Wow. Look at this, fellas. Administrative processes as presently being used allow the alleged responsible parent to present all evidence in his or her favor with the aid of an attorney if desired. Excuse me. Y'all see this shit? Y'all see this shit? Yep, the court is not gonna help you. This is easy, fellas. Get your lawsuit on. Start getting your lawsuits together. Get your lawsuit on. You need help, hit us up. We got case law out this world. Don't nobody on YouTube or Instagram or any social media platforms have, because these niggas do not read. I guarantee you that. The administrative decision must be in writing and must be based solely on evidence submitted at the hearing. So what evidence does she got on y'all? Do she have any police reports with actual footage recordings? No, she does not. She got hearsay. Hearsay is not evidence. So guess what? Did Emmett Till deserve to get his face smashed when they heard him whistle at that white girl. That's what these bitches do. Your baby mama trying to Emmett Till y'all asses. That's what she trying to do. She trying to Emmett Till y'all asses. A proper hearing includes the right to appeal to a judicial authority. Now, we not appealing nothing. Because once you appeal that shit, that's more writing, that's more bullshit, right? And them people that's in the appellate, when you do it, they all worked in child support. They number some funky bitch ass lawyers. They funky. Leave that shit alone. Leave that appeal process alone. Leave it alone. Go straight to the state, right? And then if you want to take it to the feds, you can get the bitches for the feds too. Because guess what? The Human Health Services can sue you in federal court. Did y'all know that? They can put a 1983 on y'all. I got the books here in the house. That's going to be the next podcast. And I'm going to show the papers where they can file a 1983 on y'all in federal court. People and corporations can be sued and they can sue too. A lot of these people don't know that, again, because they don't read. And I'm finna back up the shit I'm talking. And I'm going to show y'all in the next podcast. I'm going to write it down. Yes, sir. So what did we learn today, fellas? An administrator and administrative. She ran down there and did what? Huh? She ran down there and did what? Yep. Kevin B right here. Appeal is a trap. Judicial review means the person who signed the order isn't a judge. The court is not going to help you defeat their actions. If you come in here late, welcome. Every time this thing need to come up, man, motherfuckers, if I'm even talking shit about a bitch, people should come on here. The child support enforcement agency, the first, must locate the absent parent prior to considering the case for administrative process. Usually, the agency will conduct initial inquiry into the absent parent's financial situation through information available from other state agencies, taxation, unemployment, or from formal or statutory mandated devices such as absent parent financial statements or employer report. Did it say the baby mama? Did it say the baby mama on here? Did it say your baby mama on here? That's how you know it's fraud. See, if the bitch was smart, she wouldn't do the shit. This information may be used to complete the amount of child support obligation where no order exists, or to locate income and assets for enforcement of an existing administrative or judicial order. Once the absent parent is located, the state child support enforcement agency will prepare a notice of child support obligation. And the typical administrative process will follow the 5 steps described below. Right? The state agency obtains jurisdiction over the absent parent by serving him or her a notice of the child support obligation by personal service or a certified mail return receipt requested. Some states allow service by first class mail. Under existing statutes, the notice must contain at a minimum. Here you go, fellas. Fuck yourself from getting anything ever. What's up? Shit. Fellas, do you know how much money? I had some people I talked to, Cody, one of them. You know how much money my brother lost just because of this dirty scoundrel bitch? And they lied and told him it was the law and it's not the law? This is administrative. And the agency she went to go tell them people to make you give her some money because she was a disobedient bitch. See how I broke it in nigga terms? Look, notice that a default order can be entered if the absent parent does not respond to the notice. Y'all see that? So basically, this thing says they got to serve you. You got to accept the paper for them to have jurisdiction. You can't accept the paper and say they don't have jurisdiction. All you got to do is go challenge their claim, what I just read. They say you owe something. Well, how do I owe it? Can you give me an itemized statement? Can you give me receipts? Huh? Fellas, this shit is simple as fuck. Simple questions. The absent parent's response. The absent parent may respond to the notice in 4 ways. He or she may fail to take action with the time specified in the notice in which he or she will be in default. The agency then may enter a default administrative order in the amount of alleged notice. It says administrative order, not judicial order, not judgment, right? It says administrative order. It don't say shit else different on that motherfucker. Right. Who's absent? Wait a. Yes. Yes. Who's absent? I prefer funky bitch. Yes, sir. Me too. The funky bitch. It says administrative order. He or she may contest to pay the amount requesting the notice, in which case the agency will enter into consent or stipulated administrative order consistent with the notice. He or she may request a negotiation conference with the agency at which he or she will argue for the support amount different from the requested if in the notice. If negotiation is successful, the absent parent and the agent will enter into a consent or stipulated administrative order, fellas. We giving it to you raw over here. Look, it says, fuck all this right here. We passed that bullshit. It says the administrative hearing. That's why they branch the driver's license people with them, because the driver's license people is also administrative agency. But they do different functions. Child support does not issue out licenses. So therefore, they don't have the power to suspend them. They go ask them, hey, can you suspend this motherfucker's license because he owe us this type of money? And then if you do, we'll give you a kickback. That's what the fuck is going on. Let's get to the nitty gritty, fellas. The administrative hearing officer is a state employee, not a fucking judge. A state employee cannot issue a warrant for your arrest. We need to put these lawsuits on their ass now, fellas. We been supposed to do this shit. Some people got successful and done it. Yeah, they can't even provide a contract for. Correct, Cody. Correct. Due process violation across the board. Correct. Yep, that shit crazy. Yes, sir. Titles are vertical and stand alone. Administrators a lateral connecting to the titles. Correct. Fellas, you see how easy this shit is, fellas? This is easy. You've been lied to. Let's go down further. It says the state statute may provide that the hearing officers be employed by a separate agency such as the Attorney General's office. They giving these begging bitches, they want you to pay for them. Look, they can get a homeless bitch, a prostitute, to come in and give you a hard time, compute shit in your head, put mind games in your mind, have you up here going in circles thinking you owe them some money and you ain't borrowed a goddamn red penny. She hired these people to give you hell in your life. Ain't no other bitch ass nigga. Ain't no, all these bitch ass niggas that's on YouTube that talk about child support shit, they'll never tell you this shit. They don't want to make America great again. They want to make America, they want to keep America gay again. The hearing officers represents no one. Bullshit. Then why when you go in there, they on the bitch side. You see, go to these court hearings I just did, these live hearings. When we get through with this shit right here in a few minutes, go to the other podcast we did with the live hearing and watch how they act towards the father and that bitch. They breaking their own shit, fellas. It's all about moolah, the money. That's why I told y'all a long time ago to pull your dicks out when you go to court. It ain't gonna be against the law because that's what they here for. Your dick and your balls. It's a penis hearing. Your dick is at the hearing. That's what they need to call the penis hearing. The rules of evidence in administrative hearing are less formal than in court. Most states had enacted a version of the revised model. Revised. So when somebody revised, that means they have lies now. They put new lies in there. Whenever they put revised in there, they changing the rules of this game. This ain't no law. These ain't number rules. They want to rule over you. That's why I tell y'all, don't let nobody rule you. Okay? In administrative hearing, as in civil judicial proceedings, the burden of proof or risk of Non-persuasion is generally on the party who initiates the action. Did you hear that? It's on the bitch. It is on the bitch. The funky bitch. This means that the agency first presents evidence which establishes case, and then the absent parent attempts to counter this evidence. That's why they hide affidavits from y'all at the beginning of her case. This is her case. This ain't your case. Because this ain't no crime. So they hide evidence. And did y'all know the child support agency, they shred all the applications. They shred them. So this shit is not hard, fella. Yeah. Real talk, fella. Real talk. You see how I'm breaking all this shit down, man? Y'all can go back and review this shit. Administrative order. Review the administrative order. This is all for the bitch. Same for you. Look, some states allow an agency or official or agency review board to review the administrative order. Y'all see that? Y'all see that shit? The absent parent generally must exhaust all administrative remedies before seeking judicial review. How they gonna tell you what the fuck remedy you gonna seek? Now y'all lost, partner. You can't tell me. You can't start shit and tell me what my remedy is. You just waived all your defense, you motherfuckers. Administrative remedies differ from judicial remedies in that they are imposed by the agency in lieu of the courts. Existing administrative process statutes have established a number of administrative enforcement remedies. Statutes vary concerning the procedures the agency must complete in order to affect the non-complying parent's property. There it go, non-complying. Now check this out: administrative garnishment. It don't say income withholding. It say administrative garnishment. That's the title. The most common administrative enforcement. Hold on, I can't find my cursor. That little bitch disappeared. There you go. Render is an order to withhold and deliver. Is used to seize property, usually money. See there? It says seize property. Money is property. A lot of these people say that the property ain't no money belonging to the absent parent that is in possession of a third party, e.g., employer, bank, credit union. The order is issued by an agency official or usually served by certified or regular mail on the personal officer of the company in possession of the absent property parent's property. Typically, the order will recite identifying information about the absent parent and the amount withheld. This word is used for fucking IRS for withholding your shit for taxes. W4, right? The amount of types of property exempt. from withholding the procedure for delivering the property to the agency or court clerk, information describing withholding's liability for failure to comply with the order to withhold, and deliver. Fellas, this is a bunch of bullshit. This the one right here. A lot of you niggas is having problems with. Support arrears which occur under the administrative order may be substituted to the Internal Revenue Service for income tax refund set-off of the Internal Revenue Code. Just got the 14th Amendment written all over this shit. The same hearing officer who conduct hearings for establishing and enforcing support obligations also often conduct contested tax refund reviews. Y'all see that? Well, man, I'm finna chime off. I saw almost an hour. Shit, I went over 30 minutes. But when I'm gonna come tomorrow, somebody text me, remind me about the 1983 that the Human Health Service Department can come after people. I'm gonna put that up. I'm gonna show that in the book. Y'all have a great day. Peace.